Imagine you're standing outside on a normal day. The sky is blue, birds are flying, cars are moving through busy streets. Then, without warning, every oxygen molecule on Earth vanishes. Not for a day, not for an hour, just 5 minutes. It sounds short. After all, you've probably held your breath for a minute before. But what happens next would be one of the most catastrophic events in the history of our planet. In the next 5 minutes, the Earth would transform into a nightmare unlike anything humanity has ever experienced. The moment oxygen disappears, every human instantly loses access to breathable air. You don't explode, you don't collapse immediately, but panic begins. Within seconds, people struggle to breathe. Every inhale feels empty. Birds begin falling from the sky. Airplanes lose cabin pressure systems that depend on oxygen-rich environments. Engines start malfunctioning. And something even more terrifying is happening all around you. The ozone layer, made of oxygen molecules, vanishes instantly. The planet loses one of its most important shields against deadly solar radiation. Most people don't realize how much of the world depends on oxygen. Concrete contains oxygen in its chemical structure. Without it, concrete begins to weaken. Buildings, bridges, and roads start suffering catastrophic structural damage. Metal surfaces instantly lose their protective oxide layers. Skyscrapers begin cracking. Massive structures become unstable. Cities around the world slowly transform into collapsing landscapes of steel and dust. The infrastructure humanity spent thousands of years building starts falling apart before our eyes.
Now let's look at Earth's oceans. Marine life depends on dissolved oxygen in water. The moment oxygen disappears, fish begin suffocating. Whales, dolphins, sharks, and countless sea creatures struggle to survive. Coral reefs start dying. Entire ecosystems collapse. The oceans become silent graveyards. And because oxygen is part of water itself, an even bigger problem emerges. Water molecules begin breaking apart. Earth's most valuable resource starts becoming unstable.
By now, the atmosphere itself is changing. Without oxygen and ozone, sunlight reaches Earth differently. The sky gradually darkens. The familiar blue color disappears because oxygen plays a major role in scattering sunlight. The world begins to look alien. Solar radiation bombards the surface. Temperatures fluctuate dramatically. The Earth starts resembling a hostile planet rather than the home we've always known.
After about 2 to 3 minutes, most humans lose consciousness. The brain can only survive a limited time without oxygen. Emergency services become overwhelmed instantly. Hospitals can do almost nothing. Power plants fail. Communication networks collapse. Transportation systems stop functioning. Human civilization enters complete chaos. By the 4th minute, survival becomes nearly impossible for most living creatures. The silence across the planet would be unimaginable. No traffic, no aircraft, no cities, only a world struggling to stay alive.
Then suddenly, at exactly 5 minutes, the oxygen returns. Air rushes back into the atmosphere. Survivors desperately gasp for breath. Aircraft systems restart. The atmosphere begins stabilizing. But Earth is no longer the same. Billions of living organisms have died. Entire ecosystems have collapsed. Massive infrastructure damage covers the planet. The scars of those 5 minutes would remain for centuries. Humanity would spend generations rebuilding what was lost.
It's easy to forget how precious oxygen really is. Every breath you take contains molecules that keep your brain alive, power ecosystems, and make life on Earth possible.
We rarely think about it. We rarely appreciate it. Yet, without oxygen, civilization would collapse in minutes. The next breath you take feels ordinary, but in reality, it's one of the most valuable things in the entire universe. And that's what would happen if oxygen disappeared for just 5 minutes.